Kate Martin, once considered the heart and soul of Iowa basketball, Caitlin Clark's best friend, and the unsung hero of Iowa's NCAA Finals run, was supposed to be a rising star in the WNBA. But what if we told you that her story isn't as simple as it seems? What if everything we've been told about her fall from grace is a lie? When Kate was drafted 18th overall by the powerhouse Las Vegas Aces, expectations were sky high. She was the future, a key piece of a championship team. But fast forward to the end of her rookie season, and the truth is undeniable. Kate's WNBA career is spiraling fast. A player who once dominated in college, fighting side by side with Caitlin Clark, now barely plays in the league that once promised her greatness. So what happened? Was it the overwhelming pressure of playing with stars like Aja Wilson, or was there something more at play here? Something deeper, something the media refuses to talk about. Some are calling her career an overhyped disaster, but is that really fair? Was Kate Martin simply in the shadow of her best friend Caitlin Clark, who has taken the WNBA by storm, stealing the spotlight and leaving Kate to fade into oblivion? Or is there something else going on, something no one wants to admit? Stay with us, because this isn't just a story about basketball. It's about friendship, rivalry, and the ugly truth about race and opportunity in the WNBA. To understand Kate Martin's shocking decline, we need to revisit the moment she was drafted by the Aces. At first, it seemed like a perfect fit. She was drafted into a team that was already loaded with talent, but no one thought that would be a problem. After all, Kate had everything it took to thrive in the WNBA: talent, drive, and a championship mentality. But as the season progressed, it was clear something wasn't right. At first, Kate was averaging 20 minutes a game, but by the end of the season, barely 9 minutes. Fans couldn't help but notice how quickly she seemed to disappear. The whispers started. Was she really cut out for the WNBA? Was her college success simply the result of playing in Caitlin Clark's shadow? Or was there something more insidious going on? And let's talk about race for a moment. The WNBA, despite all its strides toward equality, still battles with racial dynamics that can't be ignored. We see it in how athletes of color are sometimes treated differently, both on and off the court. Kate, a white player, enters the league in the same year as Caitlin Clark, who has become a national sensation. Caitlin, of course, is taking the league by storm with her fearless play, dazzling shooting, and leadership. But here's the kicker: Caitlin is white too, and while Caitlin's dominance is praised and she's elevated to superstar status, Kate's role seems to diminish in the background. Is Kate's decline truly about her playing ability, or does it reflect the systemic biases that still exist in the league? When a player like Caitlin Clark shines so brightly, is there room for someone like Kate to rise without being seen as just another white player in a white girl's world? The truth is, while the WNBA promotes diversity, the narrative of race plays a critical role in how players like Kate are viewed and ultimately valued. Keep watching, because we're just scratching the surface of this controversy. It's impossible to talk about Kate Martin's fall without talking about Caitlin Clark's rise. Caitlin's rookie season was a phenomenon. Her dominance on the court, from game-winning shots to leading her team in scoring, created a frenzy that basketball fans hadn't seen in a long time. But here's where it gets interesting. While Caitlin Clark's spotlight grew brighter, so did the pressure on Kate Martin to measure up. Caitlin had everything: the skills, the charisma, the fan base, and with that, the expectations. But what happens when you're always standing next to someone who's taking the league by storm? For Kate Martin, that spotlight wasn't just blinding, it was suffocating, and no one seemed to care about her struggles. Let's face it, if Caitlin Clark had been a player of color, would the WNBA have responded differently? Would they have rallied around Kate Martin in the same way they did with Caitlin? The racial dynamics in sports often blur the lines between talent and perception. A white player like Caitlin may have been perceived as a prodigy, while Kate, being in her shadow, was left to navigate a path where her flaws were highlighted and amplified. Now let's talk about rivalry. Is this a case of friendly competition between two Iowa legends, or is there a deeper, darker rivalry brewing behind the scenes? Did Caitlin's explosive success actually work against Kate, leading to her rapid decline? There's no denying that when one star rises, others might have to fall, especially when the media and fans are hungry for the next big thing. And in Kate's case, she didn't make the cut. When Kate Martin disappeared from the spotlight, most thought it was over. The whispers of one-hit wonder were everywhere. Fans speculated that the Aces would drop her, or that she'd fade into the abyss of forgotten rookies. But then, Kate Martin did something nobody saw coming. She went silent, and while everyone else was looking the other way, she was busy remaking herself. It wasn't just about hitting the gym and improving her jump shot. Kate was out there reinventing her entire game. She partnered with elite trainers like Maxwell Schmarzo to build an edge no one expected, and guess what? She didn't just follow the traditional path. Kate did experimental drills, balloon taps, frisbee drills, and reaction time exercises that had the basketball world raising eyebrows. Her focus wasn't just physical, it was mental. She reprogrammed her entire approach to the game, and the transformation was real. But here's where it gets juicy. Was Kate Martin's offseason comeback even possible without being overlooked by the system? Is this the result of sheer determination and hard work? Or is it a case of a system that never gave her the opportunity to shine from the start? Could Kate have had a chance if the WNBA wasn't so obsessed with the superstar model, where only a select few get the spotlight? Kate's comeback isn't just about improving her skills, it's about flipping the narrative. Will she be the underdog who shocks everyone and proves all the doubters wrong? Or is she destined to remain trapped in a system that never gave her the platform she deserved? Here's the million-dollar question. Can Kate Martin overcome everything? The critics, the racial biases, and the overwhelming pressure of playing behind a superstar? Can she prove that her place in the WNBA isn't just a footnote in Caitlin Clark's story? The stage is set for a comeback that could change everything, but only time will tell if Kate can finally show the world what she's made of. But we want to hear from you. What do you think? Is Kate Martin ready to make her mark, or is this the end of her journey? Drop your thoughts below and join the conversation. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because the drama is just getting started. This isn't just basketball. This is about race, rivalry, and redemption. Stay tuned. We'll be right here, breaking down every twist and turn.